Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to my Scrabble YouTube channel. I'll be analyzing the 31. Some of them I'll skip over because they were blowouts. Those I might actually still, show the first few moves because even in a blowout, it's often interesting to analyze the first few moves of the game. But I didn't do well in this tournament. I went 16-15, lost 52 rating points, and now down at 1680 something. Does not feel good, but in my defense, I don't think I played badly. I think when I review these games, it'll actually show that I played the normal strength that I usually play. I didn't play many phonies. There was only one notable blunder where I played a phony and lost the game. This field was very strong, and I ended up playing. Many of my losses were to people that ended up finishing in the top 12, and I think it's safe to say that those people were underrated because obviously they gained a lot of rating points if they finished in the top 12. Shout out to all the young players. I think there's 4 of them. Shout out to Evan Chester, who won the tournament. He won $4,000. Evan sometimes watches my channel, so if you're watching, Evan, congratulations again. I congratulated him several times while I was there. I just wanted to shout out the young players because they did phenomenally well. Emmett is definitely a rising superstar, and his brother is also rising quickly as well. I think his brother in Division 3 also did well. Congratulations to Emmett and this is Gideon. I don't know these people too well, but I wish I did. These seem like nice people. Shout out to Eric Salgado, who had a very interesting game. I think I lost by 2 points to him. That's going to be a really interesting one to review. That was the one where I actually blundered. I tried to hook an S onto. It wasn't a hook. I just tried to play zonas with an S. Let's just take a look at. I didn't really know what zona meant, so I didn't really know what the plural was, if it was already plural. So zona is a transparent substance surrounding the ovum of mammals. So not a common word you come across, and it pluralizes to zone. A lot of these they pluralize with an E and an S. This one only pluralizes with an E. I would call it a blunder because it is a JQXZ word, and it's a 5-letter one, so I should know better. But I think it was a matter of me being greedy, me underestimating my opponent. I thought maybe he wouldn't challenge, even though I wasn't sure of Zona's. Zona's scored a lot better than my other options. We'll talk about that more when we look at the game. That was pretty much why I lost that game, was because I played that blunder phony. There is one more. There's 4 young people I wanted to shout out. Shout out to Natalie. I mean, she's I guess that would be a 5th person. She's from the West Coast in Oregon. When we played, she was like super serious, and I guess it makes sense because it was later in the tournament and she was doing well like the whole tournament. She just played outstanding. Very good showing from her. She gained 115 rating points. She is rising. She's going to be one of the top female players very soon. The last one I wanted to shout out was Cameron, who also finished better than I did. 16 and 14 with one tie. I do want to shout out him because one thing I admired when I played about him was like he has uh, it's just something about him that he has this confidence in himself that I just wish I had. Like he is so confident and just the way he moves and I don't know. Like uh, don't want to make it weird, but very strong young player, and I'm excited to see where he's going. All right. I'm gonna try to. It may seem like I'm glazing these people too much. There's a good reason for that. If I'm gonna be doing anything, it's gonna be glazing people. It's not gonna be putting them down. For one thing, it's just it could get. It's not gonna win me friends, but by putting people down. Gaining friends is one of my goals. I'm gonna try to avoid saying anything negative. If something just negative comes out, it's probably going to be because I'm being unfiltered at that moment. So I apologize. I do have autism, but I'm going to try my best to keep it positive on all these people, especially since I don't know any of these people very well, or many of these people I don't know very well. Even the ones that are like from Oregon, I don't know very well. I wanted to actually analyze. This was my opening rack. He actually started by exchanging 6. This was my opening rack. I exchanged the Q. I think this was the best play, but let's put this into Macondo. I'm gonna try not to use Macondo too much because it's gonna make these videos too long if I do that. And I just kind of want these to be like entertaining videos. I want to keep people's focus on being entertained by some high level Scrabble. One thing that I do that a lot of the popular YouTubers out there that do Scrabble content don't do is I actually analyze games that I played in high level tournaments. For whatever reason, Will Anderson does analyze games between two humans, but it won't usually be his own games. I don't know why he steers clear of that. I think it would be more interesting if he analyzed some of his own games more often. He spends like hours and hours of like editing his videos. I guess I shouldn't criticize him too much because he has the subscribers and I don't, but I just think it would be more interesting if he did something more similar to what I'm doing. I'm supposed to write dude new. I'll set the name. I'm not really that great at using Macondo yet. I'm going to get better at it. I just started using it, so bear with me. I guess I should have actually put in a exchange 6. Maybe the Macondo would take that information and use it somehow, but I'm not doing that here. I just want to see. So if I do gen, it's going to give you the same options as it does in here, which is the hasty bot options. I really don't think cold is a good play. I just want to be validated by that, so I'm going to do AI play. I don't know, like, if I do sim stop, I've seen this when I've been reading. I Matthew O'Connor. What does that do? So if I do sim, and then I type stop, it says please do sim show. So if I say sim stop, then it, okay. So yeah, exchanging the cue wins a sim. I'm validated. I'm gonna try to use more Macondo more often because that's what the that's what everybody does that knows what they're doing. So yeah, exchange the cue. That's the correct play. Let's move on. He exchanges 5, which is weird. You don't usually want to start a game by exchanging twice in a row. Yeah, I did not draw an L, but I did draw. I did not draw an A, but I did draw a D, which gives me several bingos. I played coddles and just kind of moved on. And when you start out a game where your opponent just scores 0 twice in a row and then you bingo, unless your opponent is going to bingo immediately afterwards, you're probably going to win the game. He plays caged. I have unraked, and I believe that is a word. It is, but it doesn't play anywhere. So I've got to figure out what to do. Played Kagu here. Probably not the best play, but I think it's good enough. Got rid of the K and the U. Let's see, Smug. That's what it played. All right, this is where I need to start seeing for sure what happened in the game. So open the picture. Yeah. Kind of a weird play. I don't know why he would close off the board when he's losing. I mean, it's not too closing, but it is a little bit closing. I would probably try to open the board a little bit more than making that play if I could. Obviously, I don't know his racks, so can't be too harsh on him. Here I faded. It's pretty normal. He plays unit. What I do here, I played tug for 8. So the idea here is that I want to leave myself some really good letters. Sometimes you can keep the G on your rack if it goes with an N. I didn't want to keep, I don't know, I did keep an N. There's 4 N's left. Keeping an R also, it's a little bit dangerous because there's 5 R's left. Anyway, where did I play tug? Oh, okay. So I'm just getting rid of my 2 worst tiles is the idea here. Again, like I'm sure theoretically all these other moves are better, but I think tug is at my level is good enough. Just getting rid of 2 worst tiles and keeping some good strong leave. I think that's fine. He plays. So here's what he continues to close down the board when he's behind, and he's not just a little bit behind, he's like way behind. So this could not be the right play. He needs to be, it's critical for him to be opening up the board at this point. All right. One thing that aggravated me about this tournament was that there was a lot of players that was playing super defensively, which I get. Like, it's the biggest tournament of the year. You're going to be nervous, and when you're nervous, you tend to play defensively, but it was still somebody that's me that prefers open boards. It was a bit aggravating. Maybe that's part of what contributed to a weak performance. So you're not going to find as much like romantic epic Scrabble in these 31 games that you might see otherwise, because there's just so much of closed board strategic games in this set. So here I only have one vowel. What did I play here? I decided there's 2 blanks unseen, 2 S's unseen. I decided if I keep NRT, that's a pretty good leave. So I just played Wars here. I'm not really opening a huge play coming back to that H15 triple like I would if I was going to play a vowel on H13. So this is, I think, fine. Really, this game isn't going to be too interesting because of it being a blowout. So I'll just try to go through the rest of these. In my game against Evan, I probably wasn't playing very well because I knew I was going to lose, and was just trying to conserve my energy. Sometimes that's what happens when you know you're going to lose. You don't necessarily make the best plays because you're just trying to conserve energy. We're all human beings, and we only have so much energy. So it's often not wise to spend a lot of energy on a game that you're gonna lose anyway. See, what did he play here? He plays Bear. So what I'm saying is he may have already resigned himself in this game, and you can't actually resign in Scrabble, but maybe internally he's resigned that he's just going to lose this game, because he is not really playing that strongly in this game. But again, it's hard to say without knowing the rest of his letters. But we've all been there. I draw like 3 vowels in a blank to my leave of RTN, which is phenomenal. I didn't see Oriental. What did I play here? I played Atoners, which, I mean, the game is pretty much over now. I could probably go on, but you can probably see that I'm going to win this game by a whole lot. The final score was I won 480 to 251. I don't think it's really worth analyzing the rest of this game, because I'm sure after Atoners came down, he kind of resigned himself mentally and saved his energy for the rest of the games, and really that's probably what you should be doing. Because we use spread as a tie break in the standings, there's no resigning. But internally, what a lot of people do is they kind of, they're like, okay, I'm going to lose this game. I'll make some plays, but I'm not going to try too hard. I know, was it like Morris Greenberg said I think it was Morris Greenberg said that he hated that on Facebook. But honestly, I think people just, we're all human. We only have so much energy, especially the older you get. So anyway, put your thoughts down below. Try to keep them. Any criticisms you have of me, or any thoughts you have, try to keep it in good spirit. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.